You know that you're hearing something inside you that's giving you direction. There is this little voice inside you somewhere that keeps saying to you that there is something more, that there is something more for you, that you were meant to do something really big, and where you thought you were going to go and where you might need to go might not be the same thing anymore. And if this is you, then hi, my name is Jen. I'm a transformational purpose coach and expert, and I am the founder and owner of Laughing Lotus Wellness. And what I do is work with really profoundly successful women who've arrived where they wanted to go and no longer feel connected to it at all. And I know because I was you, and I've been there. And so what I do is I work with women to help them really get clarity around where they want to go, how they're going to do it, and where they want to arrive, because they've been places, they've done big things, they've lived through the grit, right? I talk about grit all the time. Like, they've lived through the things, they're super, super smart. You're a smart woman, and there's something that you keep hearing that's rolling around that's like something's off, okay? This month, as we talk about awaken and awakening, what we're really getting at is the energetic expression of things, which is like all of my passion. Oh my God, I can't even stand it, because this is like my favorite thing to talk about and teach on ever. And so what we're going to be talking about today are the keys to your intuitive power. What I've really said is that inside of you is this incredible resource that women and people can really look over. They can sort of diminish it. Like, that's not happening. There's not some voice talking to me. That's just a bunch of BS. Like, that doesn't matter. I will guarantee you that it matters. And I will tell you that one of my firm beliefs in this life is that you are actually wired with all of your solutions. Sometimes just what we need is somebody to help guide us kind of through some things to get to that solution. It isn't that somebody that's going to support you provides it, a coach, a therapist. We don't provide it. We just give the vessel, that bridge, to help you reconnect with it, because sometimes you've forgotten or you just don't listen, right? You diminish it. And so you're like listening to that ego part of yourself. And we want you to listen to that really sweet, still, super wise part of who you are. You are so wise, divinely created with internal wisdom. Okay, how do we tap into that? So today we're going to talk about some ways to tap into this, because I love this kind of stuff. So it's going to be, how many things do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5 or 6 items that I love that I want to touch on with you. Okay, going inward. So we've talked a lot so far in the vlogs. If you've missed them, go back and catch them, about the inner and outer energetic expressions and the things that are going on and how we can use that, why that's so important. Today, how to get to that intuitive power. Your intuitive power is seriously like your superpower, right? Meditation. Why meditation? Meditation is such an energetic game changer. I love talking to people about working through the layers. And what I mean by that is that I imagine that each of us is made of layers. So it looks like the outer layer is where I sort of imagine purpose lives. And then we have the physical layer, we've got the thought layer, the emotion layer, and then we've got that inner wisdom and insight layer, we've got the heart, and then we've got the absolute soul, right? So I imagine there's like 7 layers of us, sort of, take or give a few, I think that's right. And so what I want you to imagine is that when we're working with ourselves, when we're working with our energy, the things we want to do, our purpose, one of the things we want to do is make sure we're addressing all the layers. So very often we're receiving care or doing practices that only really ever attend to part of a layer. So last time I mentioned like working out. Working out's amazing. Working out might help with the thoughts. It's definitely helping with your physical expression in this lifetime, right? That makes complete sense. It's vitality. Awesome. Will that heal an old wound? Can it help us? Yes. Can it help us to exude some of the excess energy or charge that our bodies are carrying? Absolutely, right? Absolutely. And that's probably not going to do the whole trick for healing traumas. When I provided psychotherapy, we're dealing with a couple of the layers. We're talking about the thought layers. We're talking about the emotional layers. Sometimes wisdom, for sure, intuition a little bit in there, but it's not, yeah, even that's not all the layers. One of the kickers that I love the most is meditation, and not just because I love it as a practice, which I do, and I love teaching it. What I really love is it is like the supernova of energetic state change. Meaning, state change just means I go from one emotion or experience energetically to another, okay? It is one of the quickest and most profound forms of energetic shift because it fits through all the layers. It impacts our vitality through breath work. It can affect our vitality. It can affect our emotions and minds because we can use mantra and intention. We can get into that place of intuition and wisdom by deep listening, the inner listening, right? So there's so many cool ways that goes through like all of the layers of our being, which is why I'm like this over here. Okay, love meditation so much. Free writing. I can sit down, just let myself write in a flow. I don't worry about punctuation. It doesn't matter what I'm saying. I need to let go and just write. What that is a fluid use of the momentum of whatever is writing around with your intuition that's just going to flow onto paper. I will guarantee you will be amazed what will come out. I took a course on this once years ago, and I was profoundly shocked as a clinician to sit down, and I was with there's probably 12 of us that were doing this seminar. They were teaching us writing exercises, and I love doing this with people because it's really profound. I was also writing I didn't realize I was carrying that stuff around. It's right here on paper, that quick. And so when you don't monitor or filter things out, you just allow yourself to write, try it. Just telling you. Okay, there's another one I love so much. Oh my God, using art. Art, just drawing, painting. It doesn't have to look like a Picasso. You just sit down, you allow yourself to mold clay, to get your hands dirty, use crayons. It can be good old, Crayola markers and some piece of art that you have like a mandala or something. It can be anything, right? Back in the Zentangling was a whole big thing, right? That is so meditative. And there's something really powerful about in those spaces, we can access places because we're not working so hard. Sometimes when we're looking directly at something, it's almost like those old art. Do you remember the artwork back in the day? This is aging me. The 3D artwork, and you have to stare at it for everything to kind of come to, right? By the way, they stumped me forever. I'm like triggered. Okay, I literally could not make sense of them. But you would look at them and then eventually this beautiful image would kind of pop out and you'd be like, there it is. Sometimes we can work and I think my problem was I was so focused on wanting to see it, I couldn't see the forest for the trees. So sometimes artwork is allowing that to release that subconscious and that energy in there. That's a little more fluid and loose, and it's not so rigid. We're not holding and grasping on so tight, right? That's so powerful. The other one is listening to that gut instinct. And that's a really beautiful space of if I have an experience and I go, oh, that doesn't feel good, or oh, that sounds amazing, or I'm not sure if I don't want to walk that way home today. There's so many ways this shows up. That person seems nice, but why does something feel off about them? Listen to that. Oh my God, you are wired with so much wisdom. So you have to listen, you have to harness. Have you experienced this? Put it in the comments. I want to have you done any of these things? What really works for you as a key to your intuition? Is it just listening to that gut instinct? Is it meditation? Is it music? Is it art? Is it writing? Tell me in the comments, have you tapped into this and how does it show up for you? I want to hear what your favorites are. And it can be anything not on my list. Do not hold yourself to my list. And then I really want you to just take note of how something feels to you. How does it feel to me inside? When I do this, do I feel like I want more? Am I leaning in? Am I excited? Am I enthusiastic? Do I feel connected? Or am I in a situation and I'm kind of doing this? I've been there. I went to a seminar and I want to tell you what, I was sitting next to someone that was not my energetic expression. And that's okay. This is no shade, right? This was just not my kind of person. And it was distinctly uncomfortable. And I was just like, okay, we're not the same. Our energetic expressions are totally different, totally fine. I'm just guessing we're not going to be besties. Here's why that's important. And that's not meant to be mean. I'm then not exuding energy trying to make this happen. Because I just go, that's okay. I don't think she really cares for me. That's going to happen. Okay, cool then. I'm not going to show up in your grill and try to get to know you better because clearly I'm not your cup of tea. Peace, right? Bye. That's fine. But what it did was it allowed me, it freed up my energy, my intuition, my experience to show up so that I could put my energy to places where it was really best served. And don't we all want that? Can I get a hell yes? We want to best serve with our energetic expression and with what energy we're carrying around. Duh, right? Okay, you feel me. All right, My friends, here we are. We're a couple days out. Coming into the prize webinar, tapping into your intuition and your energy. I'm so excited. And so that is going to be taking place on Wednesday the 16th. It is from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is completely free. All you have to do is get signed up. Come join me. This is my Helifaya. I bring all the time. Energy is my very favorite thing to talk about. This for sure I could talk about till the cows come home and never get tired. So I am so excited to be talking about this tool in a webinar. So all you have to do is go to laughinglotuswellness.com/webinar. laughinglotuswellness.com/webinar. Bam, sign up right there. All I need is your email to know that you want a spot in that Zoom, and you're going to get the invitation to be there with us that evening and step more fully into the energetic powerhouse that you are, that you bring. So trust me when I say, okay, I love all my webinars because I love what I teach. I mean, I literally love what I teach, but energy is by far and away one of my very favorite tools to use and teach about with all of my coaching clients. And so I really feel so inspired, excited to bring this webinar to you and start to really help either keep you on that path or help you begin to develop it. I really want you aware because I tell you it will make a gigantic difference in your life. So again, comment for me below. What's your favorite thing to kind of tap into intuition? How do you tap into that power? And then go and sign up for that webinar if you're interested in learning a little bit more. Okay, my friends, until next time, this is Jen sending blessings, love, and light, supporting you on your rise, on your path to purpose.